All right. Welcome to this Snowman in the Morning special in the evening. And it's going to be audio only. Jeffrey Massey is here. Maggie Thompson under the veil is here. Maggie, I will join you on Sunday, depending the time. Inspired Truth Broadcast is here. Chance Rogers, Dr. Charles Faulkner. Dr. Faulkner, I hope you are safely back home. Adric Hapoy is here. I'm waiting on the master teacher himself. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Man, reporting for duty, BGS sent me. Thank you, Paul Wilson. What's going on, MS Delta guy? Let me get started while I wait for the master teacher to get here. The photo you see is that of the master teacher, and the small photo that you see is that of the young lady who I believe is going to rescue the NBA. And if you don't know her, her name is Caitlyn Clark. Recently played her last game at the University of Iowa. Keem Triple X is here. Thank y'all very much. Hit the like on the way in. If you can, support with a Cash App or a Super Chat or both. Everything that is made tonight will be going to help my family, and I really want to take my wife out because since I've been disabled, I haven't had a date night with her yet. Listen, Caitlyn Clark, I believe, is going to do what Magic Johnson and Larry Bird did for the NBA, and that's rescue the league. They are entering their 29th season, their 29th year. And safe to say, BGS sent us over. Thank you, Kevin, 3905. Thank you very let me highlight some of these. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and turn my camera on while I wait for BGS to join us. Let me do this. All right. Thank you, folks, for joining. Kevin 3905 says BGS sent us over. Thank you. I need to. Okay. Let me drop that for you. Let me send that to you right now, BGS. And I thought I did. Okay. Let me send this to BGS right now. Okay, you know what I sent him? I sent him the YouTube link. My fault. Wrong. I sent him the wrong link. All right, BGS, check your email. Kevin 3905. The answer is no, and I've seen the proof. The answer is no. But we're here to talk about why I believe she's going to save the league, just like Magic and Larry Bird did back in 1979. Legitimate. I know. Kevin, I know it's a legitimate question, and you're not the first to ask me either. You're not the first to ask me. I totally get it. I totally get it with the with all the PC stuff that's going on right now and some of the scandals that have come out over the last couple of years. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get the question. And the master teacher is here. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Snowman?
Oh man, good to have you with me tonight. I opened by saying that Caitlyn is going to do for the WNBA what Magic and Bird did for the NBA in 1979. What say you to that?
It could be if the women don't ruin it.
True. And
because I'm getting a lot of female backbiting.
Really?
Because what do women crave more than money?
Attention.
And she's a white girl in the black league getting attention, right? I'm getting a lot of that. Instead of them looking at the big picture, doesn't matter. Okay, if she has eyeballs, what you want to your league is eyeballs. Okay.
Yep.
And the first thing I did when I actually saw her preseason, right? I said, can what she does in college transfer over to the league? And I said, okay. When I saw her hit the threes, okay, it'll transfer over.
Okay. It will, because what the Fever did is they designed their offense. What's up, Andre 416? Thanks for joining. What they did, what the Indiana Fever did, and what they are doing, is setting up the offense like Lisa Bluter did at Iowa, because you have to figure their offense is going to run through Clark.
Yeah.
Their defense is going to run through Aaliyah Boston. She's got the paint with no problem. You put those two together, and like you said, what Caitlyn Clark did at Iowa will transfer to the WNBA, and it will transfer very quickly.
It can. It can be. It can um, if they play it right. Because sometimes with women, I'm kind of shaky. Because with men, okay, they can pretty much just they know how to run an offense. But with women,
Mhm.
especially when it gets to jealousy and stuff like that, I'm
True,
wondering if women will accept this. That's what I'm wondering.
true,
Appreciate
true,
you,
very
Miss
true,
Delta.
very true. Thank you, MS Delta. He says, BGS tax, take your supportive wife out to dinner. I most definitely will. Hey, listen, y'all know Jody has been my lifeline. I will say again, if you can support this special stream with a Cash App, especially and or super chat, that will be wonderful. And Adric, thank you for the BGS tax. I appreciate it. If you all have questions about what we're talking about or any questions at all, I'll just make this an ask Snowman night while we're doing our feature subject. Go ahead and drop them in the chat. Go ahead and drop them. But what you said, BGS, is so true. They have to play it right. I just
Yeah.
took a peek at their schedule. 36 of their 40 regular season games are going to be televised. That's
Mhm.
unheard of with the
Unheard of.
WNBA.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, when they come into the Sparks, they're actually moving the venue to a bigger spot.
They're going to the Staples Center. I know it's called
Crypto.
Crypto.com Arena,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's the Staples Center.
yeah.
Just like I always call it the Forum and not the Great Western Forum or the Kia Forum, which is what it is right now.
I can't keep up with the names sometimes.
Listen, you and I have talked about this before. We're both old school. As far as we're concerned, it is the
Yeah,
Fabulous
it's
Forum, as
Rabbit's Forum.
introduced by Lawrence Tanter.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Lawrence
It is.
Tanter always said the Fabulous Forum, period. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, I saw some kind of risk because some of the old school WNBA players were actually going in on it, right? Because she's getting
Hmm.
attention, right? Like
Hmm.
especially with Ice Cube's was it
With this
three on
offer.
three
Yep.
on three, right?
Hmm.
I said, my God, let her make some money and get some attention to the league. What's wrong with that?
They don't want her to get it.
Okay,
They don't want her
so
to. They don't want her to get. They don't want her to get it. You know it. I know it. We talked about it many times before on the morning show.
yeah,
We talked about it many times on the morning show, and it's what you said, BGS. Eyeballs.
yes,
I mean, three of the teams, and I'm hoping Chicago's the fourth, have moved their games to bigger places. The only
yes,
team that hasn't moved is Minnesota because they already play at the Target Center. They already play. They already play at the Target Center. And you're right, MS Delta Delta guy. Wow, people hating on her already. Damn right. They were hating on her when she was in Iowa. And I'll
yeah,
tell you how I know. I'll tell you how I figured out that a lot of people have been hating on her for a long time because I'm just only 2 years into Caitlyn Clark's career. I've been doing a lot of research.
uh,
Um, I'll do a lot of research on her and her history. Here's the
mhm,
reason why a lot of people are more hating on her than ever. She got revenge on Angel Reese. Period.
okay, okay,
In the regional uh final,
mhm,
she got revenge on Angel Reese. Because remember, and look, let me put this to rest also, because I've read so many articles. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are good friends off the floor.
okay,
They're just competitive as shit on the floor.
yeah,
They're just ultra competitive on the floor. And when she did the John Cena look, you can't see me.
mhm.
Okay, come
It's good.
on.
It's good. It's good for the sport.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
people blew it out of proportion last year. And I did that national championship game. It was in Dallas, and I was here in studio. Man, come on. Who doesn't love that kind of competition?
and basically, if you think about the rivalry between Reese and Clark is the reason that the NCAA women were actually had a bigger eyeballs this year, right?
Do you know 24 million people watched that Iowa game with LSU?
Yeah,
With LSU, 24 million people watched the Iowa game.
unheard of.
It is unheard of. They beat the hell out of the men's ratings,
Yeah.
which I knew they were going to do because they said it. The bracket was set up for Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark to meet in the regional final.
Yeah.
The only problem is, and I've said this with the NCAA many times over, they need to have it in a bigger place.
They would kind of manage your expectations because they did just in case they didn't want empty seats just in case it didn't go off. So they managed
Exactly.
your expectations. But thing is, yeah, go ahead.
The thing, I'm just thinking back to the All-Star game here at, nearby in Indianapolis
Hmm.
when they had the All-Star Saturday night at Lucas Oil Stadium, and they had the All-Star game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And I don't know how or why that happened until Victor explained it to me that they weren't going to sell out Lucas Oil Stadium. And I'm like, what? Then I really started thinking about it, and he's right. He's right. That's why they had it in Albany.
Yeah.
13,000 people for 5 days. Come on, all the eyeballs were there. Millions of people were watching.
Yeah, but your thing is your TV contract's probably more important than your gate. But
Yeah. Yeah. And well, ESPN has always had the women's NCAA tournament, and I believe they've had it since 2000. That TV contract is ridiculous, and it's going to pay, and it paid a ton of money.
yeah,
It paid a
yeah,
ton of money. If the WNBA gets it right, and they have a relationship with ESPN and their networks, if they get it right, they can make a ton of money off of this and
hmm
spread it around.
yeah, which is what you want because once the money starts, the gates open, the money starts flowing, everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a
62
piece.
62 people in. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the super chat. And I would also love if you would hit the Cash App as well, because not only do I want to take my wife out to dinner, I want to surprise her by getting a few groceries and getting a few other things taken care of and taking the load off of her. It was my wife's idea to really start concentrating on covering more women's sports. So I'm going for it. I'm going
Well,
for it. And
well,
they need
Nike
it.
Nike made a ton of money off of Jordan. Maybe you can make a ton of money off of Caitlyn.
And they sealed that. State Farm sealed that in a
Hmm.
paid partnership. I mean, she's got a ton of money saved up already with her partnerships in the NIL deal.
I mean, yeah. The thing is, if you get a gift, I don't care what she looks like, what color she is. You get a gift, you ride it. Get a horse,
Hmm.
ride it, right? I would have put the I would put the Jordan rules in for Caitlyn. Okay,
Hmm.
don't touch my golden goose. Okay,
Exactly. Exactly.
because I know women can get kind of rough, man. When they get in their feelings, they could hurt her. The
Oh
last thing you
man,
want.
look, have covered women's basketball for the better part of 25 years. There is no lie in your statement.
Yeah. Oh, I coached them, man. And basically, I coach boys and girls, right? And girls are they're not as talented, they're not as strong, but they're vicious. When they
Yeah,
get
they are.
in their feelings, they're vicious. So,
Hmm.
and they will hurt you if
Yeah,
without
they
thinking
will.
about it. So the thing is, I think that she's going to actually need some protection. I'll put a mandate: do not touch her. Okay, you
Hmm.
can guard her, but don't touch her. Okay,
Exactly. Because
because
if they touch her, it's going to be a fight
it's gonna
all
be a
over the
fight.
place.
It's gonna be a fight all play. You messing with the money. Okay,
Hmm.
same thing with Jordan. Okay, you
Yep.
can guard him. Okay,
But
but
you
don't
can't
hurt him.
touch him.
You can't hurt him. Okay.
Can't hurt
E-
him.
even Detroit. Okay, we can guard him. We can rough him up a little, but we can't hurt him.
Hmm. You can't
Oth-
hurt him.
Otherwise, you're gonna hear from David Stern.
Yep. And David Stern will put the hammer down,
Hmm.
which he has done
Which he has
during
done.
that whole rivalry with the Pistons and the Bulls from 88 to 91.
Yeah.
He put the hammer down every single time.
Yep. Yep. We get too far. Okay. All right. All
Hmm.
right. I sent a memo down. Okay.
Yep.
You got
Don't touch my golden goose.
at the end of the day, this is entertainment. Okay. At
Yep.
the end of the day, it's
You know what?
entertainment.
You know what? Some fans, pseudo fans, I like to call them, of the WNBA don't want to see Indiana and Chicago in the East Final, because you get Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese for at least 2 games.
I'd love to see it.
I want to see it. I
Even
want to
though
see it.
I think Angel Reese needs an upper game though because she
Hmm.
got to carry her load because I she we'll see when he gets in the regular season, but so far her game is mid. Okay, there's
Yeah,
nothing
I agree.
different about it. Okay,
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, she had a great game in college, but now you really got to step your game up. Hey, Pizzle 90 joining us from Florida. What's going on, Pizzle? Victor Locke joining us from my hometown of Chicago. Thank you. If y'all can, hit the like button, hit the super chat, and also if you can, please hit the Cash App. It's for supporting my family. We're talking all things Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese, and the WNBA this evening. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I will answer them. I want to see Indiana and Chicago in the East Final.
It'd be a dream,
wouldn't it?
Yeah,
And not just for 1 year. Not just for 1 year either. Can we do this several years?
It's like Lakers, Celtics, Celtics, Philadelphia,
and
even Celtics, Detroit.
Yep, you had Boston. You had Boston, Philadelphia in the East Finals for God, I don't know how many years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, from 80 through 82, it was Boston, Philadelphia, and those 3 years made the NBA a shitload of money. They made them a shitload of money. Whenever the Lakers played the Celtics, I don't even have to explain that. 1984.
Yeah.
1984. That East Final could be 1984 all over again. And I say could be because there's a chance that the Sky could move that game from Wintrust Arena, who seats 12,000, to the United Center that seats over 24,000. And my beauty just came in, so your white sister-in-law is blowing kisses already.
Tell White Chocolate I love her, okay?
Man, I was joking around with her this morning, and for the folks who don't know, the way this running joke happened, I was doing a stream. I was on a stream, I beg your pardon. I didn't have the camera on, and I didn't have my green screen up. So she comes in and yells, "Don't be showing my dirty ass house." And BGS right on cue goes, "You sure that ain't a black woman in there?" Been a running joke ever since. And the folks who know Jody, you know, she knows she took it and ran with it. I ran with it also.
Yeah.
But she's the reason I'm doing more women's sports. She said, "That's your niche. Go with it."
Yeah.
Chance Rogers, Caitlyn, the Christian Laettner of the WNBA. Two differences. One, she can handle the ball, and two, she has a jump shot.
The thing is, if you really want to know who Caitlyn Clark is, right? I had to find out, right? Check out her 3-point shooting contest against Steph Curry.
Yep.
That'll tell you everything you need to know about Caitlyn Clark. Okay? And then look at her workouts, man. Her workouts.
Her workouts are dangerous.
They said Angel Reese should be working out with her. Okay.
Angel Reese was working out with her.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Let me pose this question because someone made this suggestion. I think it was Sig D that made this suggestion either Wednesday or Thursday. Do you think a PR firm would help Angel Reese and get her to the level that Caitlyn Clark is, or is it just going to be her improving her play?
Okay, improving her play is number one. Angel Reese probably will do better with selling apparel. Okay, because she's tall. And they call her Bayou Barbie. She's already got a kind of a fashion sense. Okay, if she wants to make money, WNBA should be her jumping off point. But the thing is, should be in the clothing world,
right?
Apparel and all that kind of shit. That's if I was a PR guy, I said work on your game because your game is where is your springboard. Okay, to get eyeballs. Once you get eyeballs, okay, then we'll start selling your clothes. Your money's gonna be in clothes. Okay, Caitlyn Clark can't do that because she's not attractive like that. Okay, whereas Angel Reese is attractive like that. Okay?
And through time, it's gonna be a 1-2 punch with Caitlyn and Angel.
Yeah, it should be.
It's gonna be a 1-2 punch, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's immediate. Jeffrey Massey is with us. He says female Larry Bird. Oh yeah, and
I would say so.
Yeah, anyone who knows Larry Bird knows that jump shot was wet. He was on the floor.
Because her game reminds me a lot of Steph Curry. I mean, a lot of Steph Curry.
Yeah.
In fact, if you close your eyes, if you didn't know the gender, you said that's Steph Curry on the floor.
And that's the first comparison I made. She is as deadly as any sharpshooter I have watched, but it's a lot of Steph Curry in her. Money Motion with us. Hashtag BGS tax. The WNBA got gifted a rainmaker. Ain't that the truth?
That's true.
Foster this and everybody gets paid. Put aside put aside, big her up in the media and make it entertaining. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, yeah. The WNBA should stop begging the NBA for money and
Right.
use what they have. Okay, because they
Hmm.
uh, up to now they've been begging for a
Yep.
bailout from the NBA. Instead of doing that, up your game. Okay, take advantage of what you've been given. Right, Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark are godsend to the WNBA
Oh
as
yeah.
far as eyeballs are concerned. Take
The
advantage
same
of it.
the same way Rebecca Loba was in the very first draft, the same way Lisa Leslie was in that very first year, although they didn't take advantage of that.
Yeah,
And Candace Parker.
Candace Parker. Yeah,
They had Candace Parker for 13 years.
yeah.
What really sent Candace Parker over the top, even though she won 2 titles in Los Angeles, her title in Chicago.
Hmm. And plus, her being on the broadcast team with the Lakers first, and then with the with the NBA
Hmm.
inside the NBA.
NBA. Yep. She did that also. She also did NBA TV
Yeah,
for
and see
for a
that's
while.
that's what she's really known for more than being on the court.
Right. I think the subject matter is the same as I said about the women in the UFC. You're going to have a prominent, very skilled, notable person to carry your division. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Very true.
yeah.
Very true.
The,
He
the
hit
only
the nail on the head with that one.
yeah, the only problem with Caitlyn that I saw, if her game didn't transfer.
Yeah.
Okay, and she
Mhm.
sputtered out. But the thing
Yeah.
is, can she hit the same shots in the WNBA that she did in college? And so far, she can. That
Yeah.
was the only test. If she
Mhm.
can do that, and she can figure out some of the defenses that they're throwing at her, right? Because they're
And
throwing it.
that first big three she dropped,
Yeah,
settled all of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then she come out and pumped out a 30-footer,
Yep.
and I said, okay,
Leg kicking off to the side, and
yep,
she started running back because she knew it was good.
good, yeah, yeah.
Willard says they need to speed up the game. Watch Caitlin Clark. She's going to help speed up the game. Watch this.
And I think so, and I think to compete with her, the girls start taking more threes, okay,
Hmm.
and she'll force them to up their game to actually keep up with her.
The 3-point shooting contest that I saw with Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu opened the door.
Hmm.
In my opinion, it opened a major door because now I'm willing to bet you before you even blink, Caitlin Clark's going to be invited to a shoot off with Steph and Sabrina.
Okay, that would be a good one. That'd be a good
Hmm.
one.
Matter of
The-
fact, you put Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu on one side, you
yeah.
put the Splash Brothers on the other.
Oh, yeah. Now that would be a contest, okay,
Hmm.
about skill,
Hmm.
and it will make the other women up their game. They'd have to get in the gym and put up 300 shots.
And they kind of saw that with the shootout with Sabrina and Steph.
Yeah.
And the NBA played it up perfectly. Here's a lesson that the WNBA can learn. When Sabrina sent that tweet and Steph responded,
Hmm.
NBA jumped all over it. They jumped all over it. And to think it happened in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's basketball heaven in Indy. Hurricane Greg is with us. He says blessings. Willard says WNBA players may be great from a technical standpoint, but it's too slow.
If you
Well,
okay, the thing is, okay, if you go to a Euro game like the NBA has, right, where you got
mhm,
people out there, which I don't like sometimes,
right.
out there on the 3-point line with their hand out, right, okay, they'll open up the lane, the game will speed up.
Yeah.
More rebounds and more long rebounds, more fast breaks. They'll force the women to actually go back and get in the gym, start learn how to handle the ball again. Okay, and
Hmm.
freaking layup for a change. Come on now,
Yeah.
that's just being in the gym.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
all that's taken all that's from being in the gym, like you said.
yeah. They got to put the work in. The thing is, they figuring that they're not getting paid enough to actually be in the gym that much. But so if
Hmm.
you increase the salary a little bit, which Caitlin can do, they'll probably the game will probably be sped up and be better.
It's going to be an instant increase as far as the salary goes with Caitlin Clark being in,
Yeah, yeah.
and to the point with Angel Reese being in, and Camila Cardoso from South Carolina, who just recently completed an undefeated season. Only problem is Cardoso's out 4 to 6 weeks with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's going to be heaped on Caitlyn Clark to start the thing.
Well, she's the goose right now, man.
Yes,
So
she is.
she's
She
the
is the
goose.
golden goose.
Yeah. So they probably will start shifting venues just when she comes to town, just like they did in L.A.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Get
they're
rid of.
gonna they and another team that may change arenas is going to be Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's one of your barometers right there. Two barometers. How will they perform when Caitlyn Clark matches up against Angel Reese, and how will they perform going up against the WNBA champs?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to that's going to be huge. They've already changed the mode of travel in the story I covered earlier this week. Now they're going to
Mhm.
have charter flights. So that's one checklist, 1 point off their checklist.
So the NBA is willing to invest.
In flights, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
The
one
champ,
little thing, but they're willing. That shows they're willing to invest. Okay, this may go somewhere.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And they got the golden goose right now. Caitlyn is the real deal. She and Angel Reese are bringing a Bird versus Magic synergy to the WNBA. Yep, we talked
Eh,
about it
eh,
the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, from your mouth to God's ear. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be a
And
it'll be a godsend from them if it happens. They should
yep.
only be so lucky.
And here's the other thing that's underrated that people will not take a look at. Kate Martin, her teammate, is now with the champs with the Aces,
Okay,
and they're real close. So you know that competition is going to be crazy, and they may move the games from Michelob Ultra Arena, which seats only 12,000, to T-Mobile Arena, which seats 18,000.
it's because the curiosity. I want to see her
Yep.
live, just like Jordan or Magic or LeBron or Kobe. Okay,
Hmm.
when these names come into town, people will actually want to go see them. I've never seen a girls' game before. I want to see
Hmm.
her. I
Yep.
don't care about the rest of the league. I want to see her.
She is going to carry the league. T Riddler again. Asia Wilson's no joke either. Two-time champ with Vegas. You're right. You're right.
But the
The
thing is, these women are good. They're cool. But the thing is, they don't have the splash that you need to actually get eyeballs. Okay,
Right.
Caitlyn does. Okay, Caitlyn has a
And
splash. Okay,
yep. And she's had the splash for a couple of years now.
yeah,
She's
you know,
had the splash for a couple of years. Dr. Faulkner, even though I'm not a basketball fan, are you telling me that Miss Clark is going to make the game evolve, which I think has been the biggest in female sports obsolescence? Well, she's already involved. She's already evolved it just with the attention she's getting.
hell with Caitlyn on the floor, they're forcing women to actually play defense.
Yep.
I noticed that her
It's
last game.
yeah, think about it.
Yeah,
Think about it. You now have the one player, Caitlin Clark to the WNBA is what Steph Curry is to the NBA.
yep.
You got to get out and guard him.
They guard her 94 feet.
Mm-hmm. If when she steps on the court, she's in range.
She's in range. Yeah,
They're already, and I think we just touched on this. They're already changing the way they travel. Yep,
yep,
they are, and Caitlin Clark is a part of that change. I guarantee you. It's like you
yeah,
said, BGS. Don't hurt my golden goose.
yeah. Yeah,
Don't
you
hurt my
got to
golden goose.
the way I started thinking that this got to be like maybe 15 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started thinking the NBA is more of a show business instead of a sport.
Yeah,
Okay, so I've
yeah.
been evolved from still love the sport, but the thing is I started evolved from thinking of as a as a sport and as a show as entertainment, and see
Mm-hmm.
how the management actually move the wheels around. So so,
Mm-hmm.
I'm noticing that with this. I think there's actually going to be a boost.
Oh, it's
Uh,
gonna be a big boost.
yeah, because if I was there, I'd move every venue every time she showed up. Okay,
I
I would
move
promote
heaven.
her.
I have every team locate to a bigger arena.
Yep, every time she comes in, right?
Every time she comes in, every team needs to move to a bigger arena. Seattle has their big arena because they play at the old Seattle Center Coliseum, which is now Climate Pledge Arena. The Fever, their season tickets are sold out.
Yep,
Their season tickets are sold out, which means
gone.
every game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse is sold out.
That's unheard of in
Mm-hmm.
the WNBA. They usually have to give away tickets. That's unheard of.
It is unheard of. Unless it's the WNBA finals, and I've seen that twice with Chicago. They
Hmm.
had to give they had to find a way to give tickets away. They had to have Children's Day which means
Mhm.
games tip off at 11 a.m. in the
Yeah.
morning. They had camp day is
Yeah.
what they called it. They called it camp day. Not this year. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't have your group tickets now, you are shit out of luck and jolly well fucked.
Yeah. I would, for her, for one of her games, I would actually send do a women's version of Inside the NBA.
I just may have to do that. I just may have to do that.
Because
My
that
name
was
is RC. My name is RC Fresh is with us. He says salute and he says it's the Aces versus everybody. Yeah,
yeah.
they're the champs. You gotta win. I
Eh,
always say it. To be the champs, you have to unseat the champs.
You know what the thing is that having winning a championship is cool, okay? Because
Mhm.
Jordan didn't win for one for how many years? Okay,
It took him till
Se-
his seventh year.
seventh year, right? The thing is, learn from Dion, right? The Dion effect, okay? Winning
Yep.
games is part of it. The thing is, it's still show business. It's called eyeballs, okay?
Mhm.
Doesn't matter about the champs. The champs aren't making any money, okay?
Right. Right.
Champs don't change the game. You want the game to change. We want money to transfer. What you should have done is send her to the champs.
Mhm.
Okay, send her to Vegas. But things you can't do that.
Right.
But
But
Indiana is still a small market compared to other places,
it's gonna get larger now because I
and
talked
should
to
be.
so many people that have tickets for the Fever this year, and they are so hyped to have him, and I'm glad of that. Let's see, 67 people in total, 32 on YouTube. Spike the like, hit me with a cash app so I can help my family and take my wife out for Mother's Day. I really, really would appreciate it. We're getting ready to wrap up here in about 5 minutes. Uh, drop your questions. Jeffrey Matt, right? It's about eyeballs. Real talk. It is. It is. I covered the Chicago Sky for 4 years. 6 years actually, even though I did it remotely in 2021. I did
Uh,
the Chicago Sky for 6 years, and it is about eyeballs. The first time they made the WNBA finals in 2014, they had to change arenas, but that was due to a scheduling conflict because Rosemont Horizon holds 18,000,
mhm,
UIC Pavilion holds 11.
uh-huh.
They just had to change it due to a scheduling conflict. Now with Wintrust Arena, you don't have to worry about that. Here is something huge. We mentioned Indiana, Chicago with the possibility of them being in the Eastern Conference Finals. What if somehow Chicago comes up winning the East Final and they have to shift all the final games to the United Center?
Yeah. If be got a godsend if you can, if you have to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because Gamebridge holds 18,000 easy. I've been there, what, 5 times?
Mhm.
4 times covering IHSAA uh, girls and boys basketball. Recently was there to check out the Spurs and the Pacers. Cambridge already has well, they have the Golden Goose with Caitlyn Clark, and they already have their arena sold out for the year for all their home games.
Yeah.
Indiana Fever coach Christy Sides wants Caitlyn Clark to stop launching so many threes. I talked about this earlier. What are our thoughts about Sides demanding Clark uh, change her way of play? That's a mistake.
It's a mistake, yeah.
That's a huge mistake because you're holding back someone who is in the process of changing the game, in a huge process of changing the game. And if you don't allow her to play the way she can play, part one, and part two, the way she can play to make her team better, because the first game, Coach Christie sides like let her go. Look at the
Mhm.
first game and look at the recent preseason game. She was held back.
Yeah.
She was held back in that second preseason game. Caitlin Clark is a thoroughbred. You got to let her run. You got to let her run that offense and have it get into motion fast.
I
Because
mean
if you hold her back, there are going to be so many shot clock violations. Part one and part two, you're begging for turnovers.
that's true, but also what are people coming to the Indiana Fever to actually see?
Caitlin Clark
Caitlin
put up
Clark
shots.
put up
Yep.
shots, okay? It's called show business, okay?
Hmm.
If I was
Hmm.
the owner, I'd tell the coach, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Let me run this, okay? Otherwise, I need to get another coach.
I would have fired the coach right then and there for saying you need to take it easy with the shots. Let her be her, okay? Let her run the team. Because think about it. The first game, and I'll bring this up again. The first game, they allowed her to run. They allowed her to do what she needs to do, wants to do, and they put up 82 points.
Yeah.
They couldn't copy that in the second game because they held her back. I understand it's a team game. I know that, but she's a team player. Let her run.
The thing is, it's a team game, but this is show business. They
Yep.
didn't come here to see somebody else shoot shots. They came here to
They
see
came,
her shoot threes. That's what they
they
came
came
here
to
to see.
see Caitlyn Clark put up threes.
Yeah.
They came to see Caitlyn Clark shoot the ball.
They said,
Period.
go behind the back, break ankles and put up a three. Okay, that's what
Mm-hmm.
they came to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can have a highlight on NBA Tonight and in TikTok and wherever, right? Okay,
Yep.
that gets your eyeballs. That gets people interested. People click in to see
Mm-hmm.
that. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
trying to ruin that? Okay, it's like telling Kobe not to shoot or Jordan not to shoot.
It's
Okay,
telling, yeah, thank you. It's like telling MJ not to shoot.
to shoot.
It's like telling MJ not to dunk when he's open. And for your neck of the woods, it's like telling Kareem not to use his skyhook. What? If Pat Riley ever did that, I would have stopped watching. If Pat Riley would have ever told Kareem not to use the skyhook anymore, I'd have stopped right
I
then and
think
there.
I think Shaq told a joke at Kobe's funeral, right? They said Kobe's shooting too much. Uh,
Hmm.
tell him about it. He said, Kobe, ain't no I in team, but there's a me in that motherfucker.
There's an ME in that motherfucker. Jack says, Kobe, there's no I in team. Kobe said, I know, but there's an ME in that motherfucker. I heard that and I fell out laughing.
That's Kobe. That's quintessential Kobe.
That
The thing
is.
is, the thing is, that's what I'm talking about ruining the game, right? Ruining the moment, right? That coach saying, cut back on your shots. Come on, man.
Hmm. That's going to ruin a lot of things, let alone her game. That's going to ruin a lot more. That's going to ruin the golden goose right there.
And she's a team player. She will actually do what the coach says, what she
Hmm.
tried to do. And she actually got her teammate more points than her.
Hmm.
Well, she scored 12 points.
She scored 12 last night.
Yeah. How many shots? I didn't see what her stat line was. I
I
don't know how
didn't
many
see
shots
this.
she take.
I couldn't see the stat line either. I'm gonna try looking up right now. And I was wrong. Indiana put up 83 points in the second game, 79 in the first. So I got that score wrong. They will have won one and they've lost one. The season opens Tuesday, and I am going to do some alternative play-by-play for that. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, Tuesday is going to be a busy day for me sitting here in front of the microphone because they open at Connecticut. I will have the call right here. I'll have the call right here because it's something I love to do. They don't have the full stats up yet being the operative word. Let me see if I can find out Caitlyn Clark's shots. She was 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 9 from distance. I think she just had an off night. It seems like when I look at the numbers, it seems like she had an off night. When I look at the tape, it's telling the story that RC said.
Yeah, she passed more the last game, and her her
Hmm.
and her, and her big basically, but actually the defense actually changed because they were actually big man's actually showing
Yeah,
on her
yeah,
a lot. So they said, "You're not going to score tonight, at least not
right.
as easily as you do. We actually going to bring the big man out to show." That's like a bigger actually got more points
Hmm.
because she actually did the right thing. She actually made the right pass
Yes.
because the center got how many points did the center get? Um,
Aaliyah Boston had 11. It
okay.
was Nalissa Smith who led them with 21.
So in other words, the scores flipped because she
Yeah.
got the passes because the big girl's actually showing to,
Hmm.
to, to cut off her jump shot, so she actually gave
Yeah.
them a pass. So that's what happened. How many points how many shots did Caitlyn actually put up? Does it show
12.
12?
12.
Yeah, 12 shots. That's not enough.
Yeah, she put up 12, hit 4. She had 2 of 9 from long range.
Okay.
But I
So
will have the go ahead.
some of that is the defense.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole tape of the whole game, so it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to say. But you have the call when?
Tuesday night.
Okay.
I will have the call Tuesday night, and I'll be up at 7 with the pregame show. 7:30 is the tip time. They play the Connecticut Sun. Gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let me thank everybody for coming in and doing this discussion. It was BGS's idea, so we took it and ran with it. What do you want to hear us discuss next? Drop your ideas in the chat,
Yeah.
and when I pick and leave your comments below as well. One more time before we get
Sure.
out of here, if you can, please support with a cash app to $ Tallman Dr. K50. I'll put the link in the chat here really quick. Um,
Okay.
it's
I'm
gonna
like,
be it's gonna be fun doing this.
yeah. I want to
Doing
answer
the game.
Key Riddler's question. He says, serious question. Did Jerry Buss tell Pat Riley of Westhead how to coach the Lakers? No. But thing is that a lot of times your players would complain. But the
Hmm.
thing, what happened is that um, he picks the coach for a certain style of play.
Right.
Yeah, and so as long as they actually coached in a certain style of play, he was fine with it.
Hmm.
So no,
So
he
why
didn't
didn't
especially
so
tell
why
him
didn't
how to coach.
West Head last
Westhead,
after 1980?
one is because he was a secondary coach,
Mhm.
and two, him and Magic fell out. One
Gotcha.
of them had to go. Who do you think had to
Well, it
go?
wasn't gonna be Magic.
It wasn't going to be Magic. Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be Magic.
So it wasn't Jerry Buss that was unhappy with his coaching. It was Magic that was unhappy with his coaching,
Hmm.
and one had to go.
Hmm. What are the chances? Oh, that was another question. Sick Diggy from Norway. What are the chances they team up Clark with another shooter to form the Splash Sisters?
If they can find one, it's kind of hard to find that kind of shooter in the WNBA.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah. They have to find one. Someone has to really catch their eye. And Indiana has to be in a position to make the choice.
Yeah,
In, in terms of the draft, in terms of the draft pick, the Indiana Fever need to be in position to make that choice.
and basically, her teammates have to get better at shooting 3 pointers, and they're not.
Mhm.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because when she passes it off, basically they're wide open. But the thing is, they can't put the ball in the hole. That
Right.
will help her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, they got to make layups. They got to make layups. Come on,
Uh,
let's call a spade, okay? They got to make layups.
the NBA transitioned from a mid-range jump shooting league into a 3-point shooting league. Okay, because they
Mhm.
put in the work in the gym.
Yep.
You know,
And
you see
and I've
Angel Reese
always
trying to put
said,
up 3 pointers, which
yep,
looks awkward, but she's trying.
Camila Cardoso hit a three-pointer this past season. Strange thing, that one won the game and it kept their perfect season alive. Her only three-point attempt of the season, and it splashed home at the horn. It was a walk-off.
As our new stuff says, thank you, Jesus.
Exactly. Which is what Dawn Staley and the rest of the team were saying. It was during the SEC tournament.
uh,
It kept their undefeated season alive. It kept them up. Well, they were going to get a number one seed anyway.
uh, uh, that's a sign from God. You're gonna win the championship.
Mhm.
Or you take
If you get that kind of shot, and you ain't supposed to be taking it. Do they have summer basketball camps for the girls, same as the boys? Why does it seem like women's basketball doesn't have those ways to refine their game early in life?
they
Pretty
do
simple.
they do. It's simple. Women are not as interested in playing ball as men are.
Yep.
In
The
fact,
interest is not there.
the best camp I ever took my son to was actually a girls' camp.
Ah.
Very very fundamental. It's actually a man, very fundamental coach,
Mhm.
and best camp I ever took him to. But thing is, it's there. But thing is, women are not as interested. They don't do it as much of the work as the men do.
Yep.
Like all these ball players should be shooting 300 or 400 shots a day
Mhm.
to get the game up, just like the men do, but they don't.
Yeah.
That's the
Be-
problem.
Victor joins us from Chicago. That was always the one thing that bothered me. There were so many WNBA games where the players were missing layups, and I'm like, you guys can do better than that. Yeah, we've all said that.
It's fundamental. Get in the gym, do your squats. I know
Hmm.
it's hard on women's body to do squats. Get your jumping up. Okay, there's no
Yeah,
reason that you shouldn't be able to out jump a high school kid. Okay,
because
if the
what's the game of basketball involved the most? Your legs.
your legs, right?
Your
And
legs.
it doesn't hurt the sprinters. Okay, the sprinters do squats just like the men do. How
Hmm.
come the girls can't?
The
You can
sprinters
do it.
do more of them.
They do more of them.
They
Okay.
do. They do more of them.
In fact, I would bring in a track coach to do the weightlifting for the girls, get those get
Hmm.
those legs up. So women have to do more work if they want more money.
Exactly.
That's my
And
opinion.
the fundamentals are pretty much locked down, but they got to do more work on their body to get to the hole.
I mean, the NBA player spends at least 6 or 7 hours a day just working
Hmm.
out.
Just working out.
Just working
I
out.
mean, in fact, sometimes they put in two a day,
Yeah,
depending on time.
yeah. Kobe used to get up at what 5 in the morning to run
Hmm.
before his workouts. Okay, It- it's going to take
By the
that
time he's in
dedication.
the gym, he's pouring sweat
Yeah,
already.
yeah. I mean, how bad do you want it?
Hmm.
And women, I don't know if the women want it that badly or not.
I can only hope that changes. Ray Hamna is with us. Says, "Peace, brother Snowman. Thank you, Mister Suge. To you says they do, but it's more like an AAU circuit. Not much practicing either." Hmm.
Because I have a son that he is this semi-pro, and the work that you have to do is to get to a league is a lot, man. You have to put in
Right.
your 6 7 hours a day. Okay, they do a lot. They do a lot of work. People don't see that. You know,
Hmm.
Caitlyn is the only one I've seen that did that amount of work. She puts in there 6 7 hours a day.
For me, it seems like she's the only one that gets it.
I don't know why. This stuff has been known for like the last 30 years.
Hmm.
You know.
Hmm. I don't know why they don't follow her lead, because every player in the league, now that she's in the league, can follow her lead.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sitting right there for them to
yeah,
take it.
yeah. Jordan used to put up 1,000 shots a day,
Hmm.
a workout, 1,000 shots. Now Caitlin puts up
Oh,
to 300 because she's a girl. But the thing is, women should at least do that much. Okay,
yep,
but I don't.
absolutely.
Maybe it'll change. Maybe she'll force them to change. We'll see.
I hope so. I
Uh,
hope
uh,
so, because when Steph showed up and Klay Thompson after him, it forced the NBA to change, because as I've always said, what makes Steph Curry different and how he revolutionized the game to the way the NBA is now, he took an
yeah,
anomaly, which was that three-point shot, and turned it
yeah.
into a weapon.
Into a weapon, and actually learned his dribbling to actually be able to get the shot off. So it's
Hmm.
a combination of things. So
Yeah,
and
that's
and
a,
she
that's the
and she
main thing.
and she's taking the same model and put it into a women's game, which I love.
Hmm.
Yeah, which they should
And
have done a
she's
long time
taking
ago.
she's taking that three-point shot and turning it into a weapon.
Into a weapon. Yeah,
Let her use the weapon.
I
Some
hope
of
they
the
don't mess. I hope they don't mess this up, man. I really
I
do.
hope so also. Some of these WNBA teams lack excitement, but if you love women's basketball, you'll give it a shot regardless. Hey, RC, you are true with that, because
My
when I first started covering
hmm
women's basketball back in the 90s, even though I was a fan, I
hmm
mean a big time fan, because I've been a big time fan of women's college basketball since 1982, when they had their first Final Four at the Scope in Norfolk, Virginia.
hmm
And then I fell out of it for a while, and then I got my first shot to call a women's game in 1996, and that revived it, and I've loved it ever since.
basically, it's if you're an entertainment business, it's your job to attract your fans, not vice
Hmm.
versa. Okay, don't beg for a shot. Make your shot. Okay,
Yep,
make it.
that's what I'm doing with this.
It's supposed to be exciting.
Hmm.
It's entertainment. Okay, Jerry Buss proved that back in '79. Okay,
Yep.
it's entertainment. Treat it like that. If you want
Hmm.
money, you want money. You want fans. Make it exciting. It should be exciting. It's sports. Okay,
Perfect your craft.
this is
You
not
want
chess. Okay.
right. You want to make it exciting. Perfect your craft.
Perfect your craft and make the game exciting, right?
Exactly.
Caitlin's showing the way to make it exciting. Why is she
What
doing
you do?
what nobody can, right?
Why is she
Show
the
them
only one right
why
now?
NCAA found that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Biggest
Sure did.
eyeball actually
They
outshined the men's game.
they
Why is that?
jumped all over it. The
Yeah,
NCAA found out, especially this past year, and they jumped all over it.
all over it. Okay.
They jumped all over it. They had more promos this year for Caitlyn Clark than they did last year. And last year she made the national championship game.
Yeah.
But still, many people didn't know who Caitlyn Clark was. They got a full scale of Caitlyn Clark this past year.
Yeah. Yeah. She's your engine. She's your golden goose. Let her lay the golden eggs for you. Okay. Stop trying
Mm-hmm.
to hold her back.
Because it's right there.
It's right there. I
Because it's
see
right
it.
there.
Yeah, I
I
see it.
Lord knows I see it. I called Iowa games this past year. Candace was a dog in high school. She also grew up playing with dudes. Absolutely. I saw her play at Naperville Central and knew she'd be special.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw her play at Naperville Central, and when she came to the UIC Pavilion while I was covering the game, she walked to my table and said, "I want to do an interview really quick." With her coach, right there. And I think she was getting ready for a halftime competition. But I've known about Candace Parker since Naperville Central.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
And very
and
very
with that,
nice person.
it's a rare talent to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very rare to see. Now you got it. Now you got it, and you got to use it. Candace Parker was a beast. She was a straight up baller from her days at Naperville Central, like I said.
She grew up with her brother. Her brother's an NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot.
It does. It does. It does. The black toxic masculinist is here. Men have more of a that's a word I can't pronounce, but not so
Mono something. Mono men. Okay, I don't.
I can't pronounce. I'm not gonna.
Oh, a
I'm not even gonna.
monomaniacalness, a monomaniacal about
Okay,
themselves. Okay,
monomaniacal.
self-centered,
Yeah,
self-centered. Okay,
right,
monomaniacals. Okay,
right. I had to look at that word several times.
okay. I had to break it up.
RC, my mindset. I don't care if Caitlyn averages 26 points per game as long as they're winning games.
I
Then they
I
are
don't
losing.
I don't care if they're losing as long as she's bringing in eyeballs to the game. We found that out with the with the what's his name Deion Sanders. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we found it. And if you look back in the annals of the NBA, there was a certain kid in 1984 that showed up and did the same thing. His
Yep.
name, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. They didn't win. They didn't win very much. Okay.
Nope. In fact, they made the Bulls made the playoffs every year that Michael Jordan played for them until 1988. They were always an 8 seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were an 8 seed until 1988. And they always got their ass kicked in the first round, like I said, until 88, until the pieces started to come together. And that's the thing. The pieces are coming together. The WNBA sees the pieces right there. They're gonna jump all over it and take advantage of it.
Do you want to make money in this business, right? Do you want to make
Mm-hmm.
money? You're crying about money, crying about fans. Take advantage. It's called entertainment. It's entertainment first. Okay. Got to
Mm-hmm.
remember that.
Yep. Which brings this comment to mind. To quit with Whitney Houston, what's love got to do with it? That's actually Tina Turner. That's
Yeah.
actually Tina Turner. We
Yeah.
casual watchers want the blammo. Well, I respond with this: be more than a casual watcher this year. Dig into it.
We got to give them a reason to follow it. Okay.
True. Well, you got a reason. She wears number 22. You
Let her
got a
do her
reason. She
thing.
wears number 22 for the Indiana Fever. You want a reason? You
Yeah.
got one.
Let her do her thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
muzzle that coach.
Exactly. Mr. Shook, one more time. Man, I wish my daughter played. She's a natural height and physique and know-how, but she refuses because she's too girly and thinks it's masculine.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why you don't
That's
get a bunch of fans.
indeed. You just spoke the main, Mr. Shook. You just spoke the main problem right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Right there. Charles has a question, and it goes like this: why do you think the athletic drive is so different between the males and the females, especially when it comes to training, evolving, and gaining an audience? From
Uh,
covering basketball for the
mhm.
years that I've done it, It's pretty simple. And BGS said it earlier. They don't want to put in the work.
Yeah. It's too masculine, and plus it's called testosterone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's natural for men to do it. It's not natural for women to do it.
And when they get in, and when they get in the gym, and I followed Marquette Catholic up in Michigan City for 4 years, that's an anomaly because they wanted to play.
Yeah.
They wanted to practice. They wanted to get after each other and build each other up. That is an anomaly. It's got to become the norm in women's basketball. And I mean, it's really got to become the norm at all levels. It really has to become the norm at all levels. All them, I love this. All them strong independent women need to buy tickets.
They do.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's your fan base right there. Period. There's your base.
If they get all the women that support the NBA that actually support the WNBA, they'd make money. Way more money.
In a blink.
In a blink.
In a blink. RC, one more time. The best story to me ever this season started on WNBA draft night, y'all, when Kate Martin made the team after training camp. And I love Kate Martin, who was Caitlyn Clark's teammate at Iowa.
Yeah.
Here, T Riddler, one more time. You got to remember Candace's brother Anthony also played in the NBA.
Yeah, like you said that. Yeah, they did.
Yep, that's where she got her drive from.
Yep.
That's exactly where she got her drive from. Willard says casual watchers bring the cha-ching.
Yes, they do.
They do. The main fans are always going to be there.
Yeah.
The casual watchers have got to be the ones that the WNBA hits. The casual watchers need a reason. You have one now. She wears number 22 for the Indiana Fever. She's going to be, as BGS said earlier tonight, the golden goose.
Yeah.
And the coach has to let her go, has to turn her loose.
Yep. They have to. You have a gift, you basically take advantage of it. I said that with Dion when he was actually with the HBCUs. You got a gift.
Yep.
And let it slip away.
They did him wrong.
They did him wrong. You try to limit him. Yeah.
They did him absolutely. They not only did him wrong, and I've said that. I believe I said this on your show. They did him absolutely dirty.
I think so.
They did him dirty. And as soon as I read that he was going to coach Jackson State, the first thing out of my mouth was, "This is going to be a problem."
Okay, why? Why'd you say that?
Do you know how HBCUs operate?
I know how they are. I thought they
wanted
to change.
I worked at a pseudo HBCU. It's called Chicago State University.
Okay.
They don't want to pay anybody.
He didn't ask them to pay him. Just let him do his thing.
And they didn't.
They didn't.
And they did, and they didn't. And they tried robbing him when he first got on campus. That's why Ed Reed, who was supposed to coach Bethune-Cookman, said, "I'm out." He hadn't even signed the contract yet, and they were messing with him. How bad is that?
The gynocracy knows no bounds.
What did you say when I did the Colorado game? The gynocracy is real.
Game day has not been back.
Find the lie. Game day, ESPN game day went to Colorado one time. They ain't going back. I guarantee you he ain't going back. They ain't going back. I've heard people talking about the WNBA becoming more feminine. I've also seen a random post from ESPN yesterday showing the rookies. I saw a couple of random posts about that. There's a question coming my way. That's like telling me to eat boiled Brussels sprouts. You better drizzle them in olive oil, black pepper, seasoned salt, and broil them in an oven 425 degrees before I can eat them. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I got no qualms with that comment right there. I got no qualms whatsoever.
Drizzle, baby.
Drizzle, baby. That's what we're doing. Listen, SYSBM like a sumbitch. Okay. Let me drizzle that in. I've told this story many times. I'll tell it again. My dad said, don't let anyone, including your mother and me, stop you from chasing your dreams. When I got divorced, my dad, before he passed away, God rest his soul, gave me one order. And he put it in the form of this sentence. He says, you got two choices: get out or get the hell out. I chose option C. I got the fuck out. I got the fuck out. It's like we said that night. The gynocracy is very real.
It is real.
And it's going to try to put up a wall here.
Yeah.
It's going to try to put up a wall here. With the man, the gynocracy is going to try to steal the momentum. Watch. If they're not doing it already. If they're not doing it already.
Get on the train instead of trying to stop putting blocks in the tracks. Get on the train.
Or spikes.
Or spikes.
Come on, you listen. Do I need to explain that to you?
So gynocracy sliding whiplash with the dynamite on the tracks ready to blow up.
Yep. Does the cartoon character Wile E. Coyote come to mind?
Oh,
before you hit the ground, pow! Your trap explodes in the air. That's the gynocracy. You want to go there? How about this? The gynocracy is Michael Jordan during his Washington Wizard years.
Yeah.
It's there, but then it's not there. It's there, but let me try again. It's there, but then it's blocked. And after the 02-03 season, Mike said, okay, I'm out. The gynocracy, I'll compare it to the 2003 All-Star game. The gynocracy is like Jermaine O'Neal committing a stupid foul that prevented Michael Jordan from riding off into the sunset with an All-Star game MVP. Find the lie.
Find the lie. Yeah, there's no lie.
Find the BGS. I got my wife saying find the lie now. I got my cohorts on my radio show saying find the lie. You realize we're gonna record that, right?
Well, find the lie, yeah,
and make an element out of it.
You probably be using it a lot this year.
Shit. You ain't said nothing but a word. All right? You said nothing but a word. Speaking of find the lie, I have a treat for y'all because I took that very phrase at the suggestion of two very important people, one of which I married, and I made a clothing line out of it. And it's right here. Since I use it on the morning show so much, I put the morning show logo on the back of the shirt. So I took the words "find the lie" and I put it on some clothing. Here goes Charles Grizzle. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. AB Media says very. How many times have we said the gynocracy is very real? How many times have we said? How many times have you said it on your programs? And then how many times the same night that I did Colorado State, where Colorado needed a miracle.
Yeah.
How many times did you say it during the fourth quarter alone? Because the bunch didn't join me until the second period because I was late getting started. Once BGS and company showed up and they joined the stream, every time out, you hear BGS and his deep voice in the back going, "The gynocracy is real."
It's real.
Hell, Colorado State up 28-17, less than 2 to go in the fourth period. All I hear is BGS in the background going, "The gynocracy is real." And we felt that shit all the way down to Mississippi. Find the lie.
Yeah, they were praying. Please let him lose. Lord, don't let him win.
They were praying for him to lose that game. Wait a minute, Mr. Suge, who put the oil slick in the middle of the bingo? BGS Itmore is brought to you by Soft Guy Essential Oils, brand new oil grizzled. When you're old and grizzled, you certified grizzled. Drizzle, baby. You know what's gonna be funny? My wife is gonna pick it up, and she's gonna start saying it.
Wait, grizzle, drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle. I'm willing to bet you that happens. I'm gonna spit it out, and she's gonna remember it. All Star G, SYSB. Absolutely. I saved myself and got the fuck out. Like I said, I got the fuck out. Super chat from Alar. Thank you very much. My mom is gone, sadly, but yours ain't. Treat her well with my blessing, Snowbro. Actually, my mom did pass 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in September. And I told this on Diary of a Mad Snowman, but I'll tell it here. When my pop died, a switch flipped. You can't make this up. A switch flipped. And a real color started showing. Once again, the gynocracy is real.
Yes, it is.
Here's an example of the gynocracy. I was covering the Chicago Bulls. I covered the Chicago Bulls from 2011 to 2015 and the Chicago Blackhawks from 2012 to 2015. When the Miami Heat came to town, and we all know who was on the Miami Heat at the time, talking about 2011, I got a call from the office saying, "Are you going to be in attendance?" And I said, "Yes." "All right, we'll hold your press pass for you. All you have to do is sign in at the normal place." "Okay, cool." Tell me how my sister got wind of it and I didn't say a goddamn word.
Okay, it's real.
Tell me how my sister got wind of it.
Yeah.
Like real. I don't. And before I could sneak out the house, shirt and tie on, briefcase in hand, backpack on my shoulders with my computer, I hear, "Aren't you going to hook us up with some tickets for tonight?" Bitch, that thing has been sold out for months. I'm walking out the house and she's going, "Well, you can hook us up with some tickets." I am not risking my reputation in Chicago media for your greedy ass. Somebody put this hashtag in the chat. The gynocracy is very real.
It is. It is very real.
And then here's this kicker. When my sister and mother got together one time over something they needed to do, they'd be at each other's throats. I throw my headphones on. 30 seconds later, I shit you not, they were cackling like witches at a brew. I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And once that happened and I crept downstairs and I'm trying to creep out of the house before they can say anything, I still get, "Are you going to hook us up with tickets when they play Miami?" My mother even started that shit. My mother. My mother yanked me aside one day as I'm trying to fly out the house, saying, "You can hook us up with some tickets." "Mom, let me explain this to you. I work with a press pass. I am a part of Chicago media. I am not going to risk that for a hookup. Period." Here's Charles. It's being brought to you by Kodiak Cognac. I love it. You're in the forest and you need a drink and you're in a hurry. Climb down that tree, get some back and yak with the Kodiak. I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep that for Monday. The gynocracy. Everybody put that hashtag in the chat for me because it's very, very real. Like I said, 1 minute my sister and my mother would be at each other's throats. By the time I take off my headphones and finish my editing, they're cackling like witches at a brew. Which one makes you go, "Oh, fuck," louder? Which one makes you go, "Ah, fuck," louder?
They're cackling. You say it silently.
Exactly. when they're cackling like witches at a brew, I don't want to know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't need to know what the fuck they're talking about. The only fuck I need in a sentence is me getting the fuck out the door. There would be so many times my sister needed like her resume updated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who do you think mom talked to?
Oh yeah.
She woke me up. And it wasn't even a please or a thank you or anything. And I love my mom. Don't get it twisted. Love my mom. But like I said, when dad died in 2007, a switch flipped.
Mm-hmm. She became the matriarch. Yeah.
A switch flipped.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, can you please help your sister? Would you please? No, you need to help your sister with what?
Mm-hmm.
Don't start getting smart with me. You didn't say please. Isn't that what you taught us for many years?
Mm-hmm.
Did everyone like that? I can make a clip. Charles, make a clip of it and give it to me and send it to me. I'm going to send it to my executive producer and let him have fun. That's the same. He's the same executive producer, Mr. Cole Johnson. Where is it? That came and with the assist from Victor. And BGS, I don't think you've seen this, but you're going to love this.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
I'm just wondering when he's going to actually retire. You made enough money, man. You got your brand off the ground.
It's going to be a couple of years. And I already know that.
Okay.
Because he can't play anymore. Fuck, why is he still hanging? Here's another one that my EP created.
Mm-hmm.
And he played this every time we got ready to do Bronze Sexual Confessions, he played this.
LJPN is sponsored by HoFacts. Before she hoe, and you gotta know, tell her to show me the HoFacts.
Y'all want proof? Y'all want proof of that? I'll give you 2 words. Shannon Reed. Shannon Reed. I learned from someone that LeBron has a love child he doesn't acknowledge.
Oh, that didn't surprise me.
Courtesy of Shannon Reed.
Mm.
Maggie Thompson. Yes, Maggie. My EP came up with that.
Whole facts.
My EP came up with that, and we use it. And the day he retires, and I know I'm going to make BGS laugh his ass off, because when I play this, my wife laughed. The day that LeBum retires, this will be me. I'm just saying.
What's it been? 20, 21 years?
21
seasons? Come on, man, hang it up.
I think this comes to mind too.
I'm getting too old for this.
But that shows you how the game is not the game anymore. He would have retired like 3 years ago.
Yep, he'd have been gone.
But the thing is, the game is so easy, in the sense that that he can actually still do it because the lane's still open. He'll have to take the bumps and the bruises, and he play at half speed, which he does. I look at him with the ball.
He said half speed.
He's playing half speed. Just look at him. Like, here he goes.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth, man.
I'm
when you can get away with a double dribble and a travel in the same play.
Oh yeah.
Because against Utah a couple of years ago, He
remember that.
picked up his dribble,
Yep.
walked his ass across half court,
Yep.
and then started dribbling again.
And the refs, all they did was do the 10-second count.
They did. That's all they did. That's all they did. Defenders like, what the fuck?
I'm waiting for somebody to do a curly kneel. doing an NBA game.
The closest I can tell you, whoever did that was Stephen Curry in recent times. Fall to his knees and still keep his dribble.
I seen that. Well, they do want a curly kneel.
Steph has done it.
Well, maybe Minnesota did something with the Timberwolves did something with Denver. Actually played NBA basketball for a game. Yeah. Anthony
Edwards is the new face. Anthony Edwards. Well, he's becoming the new face.
Yeah.
What's going to have to happen for him to seal it? You got to win this series. Matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and say it. You got to win it all. You got to win it all. How many 76 people watching in total.
Yeah.
We have 27 on YouTube. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Before we get out of here, if you can drop a couple of cash apps, that would be great.
Please do. We got about 5 more minutes before I have to
Yeah. We got about 5 minutes. Got about 5 minutes left. My wife is here, and I know she's gonna ask me to go pick up dinner. Thank you, RC. Kevin says, "Oh hell, you know what, Kevin? I got a present for you. I got a present for you. Where is it? I think Kevin started singing this when he heard my comments on LeBron. BGS, prepare to laugh.
Okay.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
He also found this. And one of my other favorites he found. Oh boy. And I tease bronzexuals all the time, okay? And they try to give me false reasons of why he's the greatest. And I heard one day, and the button I pushed was this.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
I thought when LeBron came, he'd be max 4 years. Max. He's still here.
Y'all hear the tone in his voice, right?
Yeah.
Y'all hear the tone in his voice, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's still here.
He's still here. And they won a championship with him, and didn't run it back. I said, well, how come you didn't run it back the same team?
Because they broke it. Because it was their intent to break it up. I believe that it was their intent to break it up.
Yeah,
Got a few minutes left. I'm gonna put my cash app in the chat one more time. It's $ tallman Dr. K50, and I'll probably do another special tomorrow. But yeah, like BGS said, oh, I did it wrong. Let me try again. Like BGS said, the gynocracy is very real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you put that one in, it's gonna go nowhere. So you got to put the 50 in it.
Yep. There we go. But I'll just go back to that Colorado State game when we went off the fucking rails.
That was fun. And they came back and won it too.
In double overtime. And everybody down south in the gynocracy was going, son of a bitch. They were dancing in the fourth quarter. Colorado gets the miracle, goes to overtime. They win it in double overtime, and the gynocracy just went dead.
Boyce Watkins grabbed his heart and started doing Elizabeth. next time I'm gonna play that one for Boys Watkins. I'll come and join you. All right. That's all right. Time to get out of here.
Yeah, time to split. Thanks, everybody. Oh my God,
What did she
AB,
say?
why'd you have to say that?
Dr. Moist, yeah.
Dr. Moist Twatkins. Okay. And that's not an original. I'm being nice, honey.
How did I get into this?
You know how you got into this. You opened your mouth and asked the question.
Come on, boy. You know it.
I rest my case.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say.
I rest my case. And y'all, that's the love of my life. Because what BGS said is so true. When you find a woman that pours into you,
Yes, you got to keep her. Yeah.
she's a keeper.
Yeah.
She's out with the dog right now.
Okay.
I mean, Lucy goes flying in.
What happens when you live on a farm? You gotta go yell at animals.
You sure
We're
she ain't
trying
a
to
black
find
woman?
another one.
Sure she ain't a black woman?
Huh?
Sure that ain't a black woman?
Kevin says, get him, man. Kevin, she's got me, okay?
All right.
All right, we better get up out of here. BGS, thank you so much, my brother. I love you very much for everything. And thanks for coming on tonight for this special. We got to do this again. We got to do it again. And I just might have to convince Mr. Snow to come on if I talk Indiana Pacers and Reggie Miller.
Maybe.
Man, I won't be showing the house. I promise.
Who's the better shooter, Caitlyn or Reggie?
Ask her. That's a damn good question.
Ask her.
Honey, a question comes to you from your brother-in-law.
What?
A question comes to you from your brother-in-law.
Okay.
Who's the better shooter, Reggie Miller or Caitlyn Clark?
Oh.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I have to say that I've seen more Reggie than I've seen a Caitlyn. So she's still young in the game. So we got hopes for her, but at this point I'd have to say Reggie.
All right.
There's your answer.
Jury's still out, huh?
Jury's still on Caitlyn, and Caitlyn's a rookie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she's young. We'll give her a chance because we got to stick with the girls. But so we'll give her a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen more Reggie.
Okay. All right.
I'm not getting on camera.
You're not getting on camera.
Well, let me turn the camera off. Now I say, come here, honey.
Now you got my ass in the air as I'm taking my shoes off. So you're
Here we go.
And y'all wonder why I love her so dearly. And y'all wonder why I love her so dearly. You know what's even more fun?
What's that?
When both of us are sleepy and we both say stupid shit.
Never. I would never do anything like that.
Never. I'm
always intelligent.
Tell everybody the 5 rules of the house.
Oh, well, you know the 5 rules of the house.
Yeah, but I want you to say
Number 1 rule is I'm always right.
Oh, she is black.
Number 1 rule, I am always right, and I will make sure to make it so.
Oh, she is black. Sure
which leads to rule number 2.
Which leads to rule number 2. You have the penis, therefore it's your fault.
Oh, yes. The gynocracy is real.
And it does not matter one iota. I am making up the ways that it is your fault. It is still your fault.
All right, Jermaine.
and this one comes to mind. She was working on something on her computer. I walk by and go to the bathroom, and I come back out and she's now just sitting there. And I said, honey, what's wrong? I can't concentrate. Why? It's your fault. Why is it my fault now? She goes, you walked by and you showed your cute ass.
You distracted me. See, your fault again that I couldn't get anything done.
Rule number 3, the dog's an idiot.
Well, God bless, the dog is an idiot. She's 12 years old and she ate your goddamn toe. If that's not an idiot dog, I don't know what the hell is. Okay, the dog's an idiot.
Okay.
Rule number 4, chocolate fixes all.
She is black.
Well, you know, PMS all the way up to I'm going to bite your head off of, oh, here, honey, peanut M&Ms fix it. So, you know.
Or the first weekend we spent together, you woke up and said, okay, I need some chocolate. I get up, I start putting my clothes on. And she says, what are you doing? Like, you want a chocolate? I'm going to go get some chocolate. Her next response to me had me cracking up when she goes, I'm not pregnant.
I, honest to God, had never seen a man get up to go get chocolate for anyone that wasn't pregnant. So it wasn't my fault that I said something boneheaded like that. It just is the way it is. Sometimes, you know, somebody's better than what you're used to. And so therefore, you have to say stupid shit because you don't know any better. Okay?
She is black.
And the fifth and final rule, I'm gonna let her tell you.
Well, you know the rule. You know it. Everybody knows it. The answer is the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. I don't care what sport it is you're talking about. They're the ones that are gonna win. The first time I did that to him, he looked at me and he goes, baby, we're talking about hockey. I don't care. The answer is the Colts. I don't like hockey, so it doesn't matter who you think is playing because it doesn't matter. It's the Colts. They're gonna win.
And we were talking about the Stanley Cup final when she did that. We were talking about the Stanley Cup final between the Colorado Avalanche and the Florida Panthers. And I said, who do you think is going to win? She just casually walks by and goes, oh, you know the Colts are going to win. and she makes fun of my team all the time. He said, wink if you need rescuing, sir. No, I don't need rescuing. I am fine, Kevin. Kevin's acting a fool tonight, and I love it. So my team's the 49ers, and she walks by and she goes, you're not supposed to cover that team. Why not? Because that's not the Colts. I said the Colts played earlier and they won. Right. So you gotta come worship the queen. But baby, I got another game to call.
If she was really black, it'd be the Cowboys.
Yeah. He said if you were really black, it would be the Cowboys.
No, the Cowboys fucking suck. So, you know.
That's why she ain't really black, okay?
Exactly.
And it's exactly why she ain't really black. She hates the Cowboys as much as I do.
Now, maybe, because I'm a Hoosier, maybe the Bears, because I grew up watching them.
Yeah.
You know,
Fridge, Walter Payton,
exactly.
and all those guys.
You know, we got to do the
nearby team,
the shuffle. You know,
the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh gosh.
But she's always saying, who's that playing again? The 46ers or the 26ers or something?
The 29ers, 27s. I don't know. It's some freaking number. It's not even a real mascot. It's just some number. I don't know.
And one evening she makes dinner. She makes pasta. The game's almost over. They were playing the Cardinals this past year, and she walks in, and of course I get totally distracted, and I said, "Come here, give me a kiss, honey." She said, "You got to finish." She said, "I don't finish calling the damn game." I'm like, honey, look, I don't care if there's 51 seconds left. It's not like we don't know who's going to win the damn game. Finish calling the damn game. When I did the Ravens and 49ers on Christmas night, because I was restricted from driving, before I even got started, she comes in, gives me a kiss on the head, and she says, "You better be lucky that I love you, and I'm doing this for you, and you also better be lucky that your doctor has restricted you from driving."
But the joke for the 49ers is the 69ers.
Yes,
69ers.
The 69ers is always a joke that that's for them.
Well, of course.
And if you don't know why, that joke is so obvious.
then yeah, you're not old enough to listen. To
You know, I'm
podcast.
looking at this camera picture and I'm like, I can see why you got so much light on you so people can see you. But now I just look like this pasty blot on the side of the screen.
That's my beauty, folks. I love you.
All right,
baby.
have fun.
I love you, baby.
All right, it's time to get out of here. That's funny.
Y'all
First-
just met my wife.
First three was actually pure gynocracy. The first three,
Yep.
and the first four really with the chocolate.
Yes. Yes. The first four dealt with the chocolate.
4 out of 5. I'll give it to her. 4 out of 5. It's not bad. I'm always right, and it's always your fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
It's always my fault.
Yeah.
It could be something I had nothing to do with. I could be sound asleep. And I hear something and I hear something and she goes, see, this is your fault. What the hell did I do now? I don't know, but I'm gonna find a way to make it your fault.
Your fault. Yeah, it's still your fault.
And I close with this. I want to thank everybody for being with me tonight for this special. I'm gonna do more specials like this. Man, when it's like when she said it's always your fault, and I'm like, baby, this ain't my fault. I don't care. I will find some convoluted way to circle it around and make it your fault.
Ain't no way out of this.
She always does. There's no getting around it. I had her record something for me, and my EP turned it into this to come back from a break.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
And of course, this in the opening. Let me just play the audio, because I asked her to record something and she gave me this evil smile and she says, how do you want it? Well, it came out this way.
Mister, will you please wake up?
All right, we're going to split. Thanks, everybody, for coming on tonight. I got a hockey game to call. Maybe. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
You a goddamn fool, BGS.
What'd I do?
Being yourself.
Oh, okay.
And I would ask for nothing less than that.